All right, you guys, let's get right into it. Got a great video for you guys on today. We're going to talk about the linebacker position with the Detroit Lions because I know a lot of people, we talk about the defensive tackle, and that is very, very important, and that is vital, and that is key that the Detroit Lions definitely upgrade at that position at the defensive tackle, especially with not knowing what's going to happen with Levi. You know, if you don't really know what's going to happen with Levi and Levi can't come back next season, then you're going to have to definitely go out and draft your defensive tackle to beefing up that defensive front line. But not only that as well, you need to be considering taking a linebacker as well. And Noah Sewell is definitely one of those linebackers that I would definitely consider. He's one of the guys that I will put on my big board. Yes, he is the younger brother of Penei Sewell, and we know that Penei is a dog. We know that he got that dog in him. I knew that Penei Sewell was a dog. Even when we drafted him, I knew that he was going to be a good offensive lineman for us. And not only that, when I watched him play against, what team was that? I think it was Minnesota. In the Minnesota game, when Ben Johnson had him run into motion, I chuckled, man. I had to laugh a little bit because I never saw Penei Sewell run that fast in my life, man. And he went in motion and caught that pass. I was like, man, that is crazy. He caught the pass, then slapped the dude upside the head. So that just let me know that, man, we got a dog with Penei Sewell. So shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown and shout out to Penei Sewell for being named to the Pro Bowl roster. These guys probably should have made it anyway, but at the same time, we know that the Pro Bowl can sometimes be a popularity contest, and that's the reason why guys get in. But we want to talk about the linebacker position in Detroit because the linebackers in Detroit, it's only a couple guys, I believe, that are under contract, and I think that's Derek Barnes and that is Malcolm Rodriguez. But pretty much everybody else is free agents, and we have to upgrade the position. We know that we were pretty much dead last when it came to our defensive struggles last year, and I think that we need to address the linebacker position. There are a lot of key linebackers that can come in and help this team right away because in this draft right here, you want to, and when you're a GM, you want to have the mindset of drafting a starter. That's what you have to be looking for. I'm looking for my future starter because if you continue to bring back the same guys, and I'm not saying that you can't, we can argue that all day long. I'm not saying that you can't bring back the same guys, Alex Anzalone and the rest of those guys. I'm not saying that. You can. You can have those guys in rotation, but I think that it's time to get a little bit younger. I think it's time to get faster. I think it's time to get guys that's going to make an impact right away to make this Detroit Lions defense one of the best defenses in the NFL. You want to be the ferocious Lions. You do not no longer want to be the kitty cats. You want to be on grown man status when it comes to your defense. And Noah is one of those guys that I truly like in this draft, man. Has a great high motor, shows good enough hand use as well as tight spin moves to win as an edge rusher. Sewell also has good quickness and excellent understanding of angles, often beating blockers to the spot. That's definitely something that you want at the linebacker position as well. And then he was on the freaks list, Bruce Feldman's freak list, number 42 overall. Sewell, if you do not know, he was a former quarterback in high school. So a lot of you guys probably did not know that. But yeah, he did play in high school. He did play linebacker. And he stands at about 6'2", 6'3"-ish, 260 pounds. Has great movement, man. And this is the type of stuff that you really want when it comes to being able to get a linebacker that's going to come in and a guy that's going to come in and be effective for you right away. And the Detroit Lions so desperately need that. You know what I'm saying? I know that Malcolm Rodriguez is the guy right now in the middle. And I know that right now also not only Malcolm Rodriguez, but also Derek Barnes is a guy that should be taking his steps to getting to the next level as well. And I think that he is doing that. He's doing everything he can to be able to get himself to the next level. And that's what you want. You want your linebackers to be solid. You want your guys to be able to come in and have an effect. And that's what the Detroit Lions need. A guy that's going to come in and have that effect and bring that dog mentality. Now, I'm going to say some more things about his strengths and stuff like that. He can be used as a rangy run defender inside, instinctive when it comes to locating the ball with the quickness and to being able to get to it and locate it before blockers can react at the second level. So he's able to penetrate, fend off blocks, get in there, make the tackle, and combined with this athleticism, he can chase down guys too as well with the toughness and the physicality of a classic 4-3 Mike linebacker. Definitely he has great closing speed with long arms. Love that about a linebacker. See, I like my linebackers to be a little bit bigger. Only reason why I say that is, and I'm not saying that smaller linebackers can't have success in the NFL, because I would definitely be wrong about that. Guys like Bobby Wagner have definitely proved that theory wrong. You can be a smaller linebacker and still have success. And Michael Rodriguez has been a solid linebacker for the Lions this season. But having bigger guys go in there, they're able to shut off the blocks better. Especially when you're going in there against these big linemen that are 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". These are some huge linemen, man, and you got to fend off the blocks to get in there and try to create havoc in the backfield. And that's something definitely, man, that I love about bigger linebackers. That's been always my thing. I like guys with that 6'2", 6'3", even 6'1", that's cool, but I would like them to be somewhere in between 6'2", 6'3", maybe even 6'4". If you get a 6'5" linebacker, you're even cool too. But if he is going to be a 6'4" linebacker or a 6'5", you kind of want him to be kind of like a Brian Urlacher almost. You want him to be that type of linebacker. So he's very rangy, man. Noah is very instinctive, has great instincts, and that's what makes you a great linebacker as well. Being able to have great instincts, being able to get in the backfield, and also being able to cover. The number one thing in the NFL for most linebackers nowadays is that they need to be able to cover as well as be able to stop the run. So I definitely think that he can do that. Now, he did have a down season when it comes to his performance this year with Oregon, but that doesn't mean that the player is not good. Sometimes you have up and down roller coaster seasons. It could be a season where you go out and get 155 tackles, and then the next season you only get 99 tackles. So things happen sometimes where, it doesn't always fall the way that you think. But I definitely think that the Lions should consider drafting a linebacker like a Noah Sewell, because I think that he got that dog in him. And if he's cut like his brother is, definitely, man, he is the type of linebacker that you want, because we know what type of lineman that Penei Sewell is. Penei Sewell is a dog at that offensive lineman position. And if his brother is the same type of dog when it comes to being a linebacker, then we're going to be cool, man, especially if the Lions could get him probably in the second round. I think that he will probably be a second round linebacker. Now, he could be in the first round, but I think that he would be a second round linebacker, because there's not too many talks of him being drafted in the first round. But he could go in the first round, just depending on the needs of the teams that is out there that need linebacker. That's what it's going to totally depend on if he would go in the first round. So some things that he needs to work on. Now, as good as Sewell is attacking downhill, he can get over aggressive sometimes and overrun plays. And that's something that we know in Detroit we've struggled with a very long time. Guys over pursuing, and we kind of don't need that. We don't want guys over pursuing plays. We want guys to be spot on the ball. We want guys to be able to hit through their gaps and do all the things they need to do so they can be successful. And you want to put them defensively where they can be successful. Now, also, he's explosive. As an explosive athlete as he is, he needs to become even a better finisher in the NFL. He's going to have to be better when it comes to tackling and being efficient with his tackles. Perfectly capable of converting his speed into power when he gets to the ball, but too often slips off tackles or turns into a grab and drag tackler rather than a hitter. Failing to keep his legs driving through the hit. So coming into the NFL, you know that there's linebackers that have work that they got to do and things that they need to do, because coming into the NFL, you want to be that linebacker that's going to be a dog from day one and hit the ground running. So I definitely think that the Lions could consider drafting Noah Sewell if the Lions definitely want a linebacker, he's one of the guys that I would have on my big board, and he is one of the guys that I would take a look at and also ultimately draft. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.